Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Starfield, where last time we did more MacGuffin collecting. It appears that everybody here wants to talk to me for one reason or another. I gotta talk to Barrett, to Sam, to Walter. Okay, so only 3 people.
Okay, sure, but it's not a contest, Barrett. None of us thought we'd end up here like this. I was sure I'd have a nice, quiet, boring career in Mast.
I kind of figured I'd just keep securing religious relics.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear that. Did you say securing or stealing?
You're never gonna let it go, are you?
You should know by now that is not how Walter operates. He never lets anything go. It's gotten him this far.
Now, Andreja, I'm sure your answer would be something about the life of a smuggler. Am I right?
It was perhaps not my plan, but my options were limited.
Hey, no judgment here. In addition to weird stories, I think we've all done a few things we're not proud of.
And that is one contest Barrett would definitely win.
What about you?
Oh, I was not expecting that I was going to be pulled into this
Discovered
conversation.
an artifact and tussled with pirates all on her first day. No big deal, right?
Beats another day in the mines, that's for sure.
I bet it does.
I don't know. Mining might have been a much safer career choice in the long run.
This is true.
Beats most jobs, if you ask me. Certainly weirder than most.
I was going to say that miners don't get to uncover the secrets of the universe, but you kind of did, didn't you?
And thanks to your time at Argos, you've got marketable skills to fall back on once we're done discovering the secrets of the universe.
That is true.
We have an incredibly capable group.
But then there's also like tons of spacers out there.
To follow, and
So
we're going to see where it leads.
I'm pretty sure there'll still be
We're going
spacers
figure
to
out
deal
what this all
with.
means and look after each other along the way. No matter what happens, we're all in this together.
I'll drink to that.
And it's interesting that even with a game like this, like audio is still based on line of sight.
I feel like if I did,
I'll be heading to the Eye to assist momentarily.
Like, the fact that I can be in a room with all of these people, but I won't hear them unless I'm looking at them. It's a strange thing. Like, are we ever going to reach a point in which audio, based on what is happening in the world, you'll be able to hear it just based on your vicinity to the audio? Sam, what
Sounds
did
like
you...
Vladimir could use our help on the station. We heading to the Eye? Sounds like Vladimir could use our help on the station.
Oh, I guess we're all heading there then. Let us go to the Eye. Fight off some bandits. If the opportunity presents itself. Okay, there we go. That way we were no longer upside down, which is never a problem in space. Okay, so apparently Vladimir might be able to know the location of more temples, which does not seem like it's a primary concern. Okay, that's where we're talking. Everybody wants to talk on the Eye. So Sam,
You mind helping me weld up some of these panels?
all right. You set up the welder and quickly seal the panels shut.
We should visit Vlad more often. Done in a jiff. Let me just check a few more things.
Oh,
Nice work. Didn't burn your hand off.
And that's like I still heard
Just gotta do some
her
more
talking
spot
as I was
Never be too careful.
like it's like the audio is being used or mixed in differently depending on the situation.
If you could help me install these parts.
Yes.
This scanning equipment needs to be installed. I could use your help.
You assemble the parts and then spend some time installing them in the scanning equipment.
I think we are done. Thank you.
Man, if only laborious tasks could just be completed as easily as that. You just go up to it and it's like, you've done it. Good job.
Setting up some software. Want to test the computer over there? Yep.
You know, maybe that's what's missing from computers, is like, instead of just saying download complete, it'll be like, success! Marvelous! This file is now on your computer.
Vladimir coded up this system the first time. Now, how did this work again? Now that is some fine teamwork.
I'm not aware of the work you did or the work I did, so it's...
Grab a couple of wrenches and let's tighten this equipment down. Just grab a wrench. Should be quick.
Yes, I'll tighten down the hatch. You pick up a wrench and help tighten down the equipment, but there's a spark and a small explosion of smoke from one of the electrical boxes.
Well, I'm certain that wasn't supposed to happen. Check with Vladimir.
Oh, sorry. Was doing the tallies work in my head. Inventory on the station, next supply run. You color the wrong wires. Station showing red.
There was some kind of problem with the repairs Sarah and I made.
Nastier than I measured. Figured a few of the parts might be iffy, but this is going to take more than a span.
Oh, I should have checked the compatibility when we made the order. I can stay with you until we get all this fixed.
No need for the martyr's clothes, but I'm happy to have the help. As for you, while we're giving the eye the swords, need to tip your ear on another matter when you got the time.
Ah yes, the semi-metal wafer, and the polytextile, and the austenitic manifold. I'm glad I have those things in my inventory now, as I will use them for things. Maybe.
Don't want to worry anyone, but we got more competition. Not Starborn, rival collector.
I was
Captain
wondering if that was
Petrov
also going to show up
owns
too.
a salvager vessel called the Scow. Runs it like a palace of novelties. And he's got a new prize in his collection.
Damn it! I thought we had eccentric collecting on lock.
Reached out through my hand-to-hands to see if we can do an honest swap. He says the rock ain't for sale for any price. Think we're gonna need a crowbar and bag for this one.
You're saying we need to steal it from him.
Left the life of a Jacob once behind myself. I know what I'm asking.
I
But I
wonder
see a
like if there's
prize,
any
not
specific
up for
like
the prize
references,
any other way.
like any specific group or
sending you long
culture
look on the job.
they tried
I want
to
Barrett with you on this
get
one.
all of his
You
slang
two will be
from.
foot to foot the whole way, so make sure you're ready.
Like how much of it is made up for the game and how much of it is borrowed from real life. I'm ready. We'll head out now.
Catch a smile out there.
You know, hold on. I could solve that now. Catch a smile out there. Catch
Let's talk.
a smile.
Of course.
Forgot to check the math on a few equations. The brain's long gone.
And it appears everybody's just been looking for it because of Starfield. So I don't think that I've I think all I've done is contribute to the Starfield algorithm.
Trade the gaps with you.
Barrett?
I have to talk about the Starborn. Do you have a second? You do, right?
Sure, I want to talk about it too.
Right? How could we not talk about it for the rest of our lives?
That
could
might not be
the
a very
dawn
long
of
time.
A new era of humanity. Or it could be an elaborate prank or any number of mundane explanations.
Aliens.
Well, they were definitely unusual, but aliens seem so inhuman, obviously. I just have so many questions. We just need more data. There has to be a way to draw them out and figure out where they're coming from.
We know they wanted the artifact. That has to be significant.
It's one of our few facts about them. It seemed very important to them, too. This could be a turning point for humanity.
It's also important to
Or
note
it could be just the emergence of a powerful new faction, or
that the
some
artifact
sort of
and the
military
temple
tech, or a gazillionaire with
are
nothing
able
else
to be
do.
linked
All
with
we
a
know is
human
that they
being.
wanted that artifact badly.
The Starborn seem like fancy thieves, and that's all.
Yeah, that's how they appear right now. Maybe we can use that to our advantage, though. And who knows? Maybe we'll never see them again.
That would be a very, very interesting twist. It definitely wouldn't happen, because, like, that's how stories work. Stories need payoff. We need to see payoff for where this narrative thread is going. But, like, imagine that. Imagine if the last Starborn that we fought was just the last Starborn. The Starborn only consisted of those 5 people. And, like, that's it. And we never saw heads or tails of them again. Like, the closest example I can think of is the movie The Pledge. The Pledge is a movie that was directed by Sean Penn, starring Jack Nicholson. And the idea was that, like, Jack Nicholson's playing as this retired cop who's trying to catch a serial killer. And spoilers for The Pledge. Now, it's not exactly that great of a movie, so don't worry too much. It's all right. But the twist at the end of The Pledge is that, like, there's supposed to be an event that happens. Let's at least keep that section unspoiled. And the killer was supposed to go to the event, but he gets into a car crash on the way there and dies brutally. His body is unidentified in the fire. Just totally dead. And so Jack Nicholson's character still thinks the killer is out there, despite the fact that he has died horribly. Like, the entire idea of, like, the plot solving itself because the mystery isn't exactly that big in the first place. It made the movie a little bit more on the artistic side and a little bit less on, like, the Hollywood side. And I would be very, very, very surprised if such a decision were made for the Starborn, because I'm sure, like, that's what stories like this want. They want an end to that narrative thread, a big, meaningful resolution.
I'll assist Vladimir for now. You go on ahead and get that artifact.
Like a discovery of the meaning behind what's going on.
We'll talk later. Need to help out Vladimir.
Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. We're locked in. Now be careful, I might go on to spoil other movies that I don't even recommend seeing. Let us undock. Like, think about that. There's the movies you recommend people to see. There's the movies you don't recommend anybody seeing. And then, like, there's the movies in the middle, where it's like, it's not exactly that great, it's not exactly that bad. Like, there are plenty of those movies. But it's all subjective. And depends on who you're advertising said movie to. Alright, let's travel to the scow. See if we can steal from Captain Petrov. And by stealing, like, how are we going to get onto the ship? Without being noticed. Now, it's been a long time, but I believe you can stealth if you have, like, all of your systems powered off. Talk your way in. I can do that.
You don't have business with the scow. Our captain is not taking visitors.
I have business with Petrov. It's important.
No one uninvited boards the scow. Captain's orders.
We're just here to trade, nothing else.
If that's all you're here for, then maybe. All right. I'll clear you to dock. Keep yourself out of trouble, or we'll have every hired gun in the cargo bay after you.
Excellent. All too easy. Also, I'd have to check whether I can upgrade my Persuade, but I feel as though I want to spend more of my time upgrading my combat skills. Okay, I have to do 6 more speech challenges successfully. That's fine. Oh, I have 1 more skill point. When did I get 1 more skill point? Let us put 1 more into ballistics, as that will benefit all of my weapons. And then after that, I can unlock fast reloading. And then all I need is rank 1. I don't need any of this other crap. I can just reload ballistic weapons 30% faster, and that is great. All right, let us board them and see how difficult/easy it is to steal from right under their nose. Is because there are plural groups of people on this. Hello, how's it going? Oh, you're just a mannequin. Why am I facing the wrong way? Oh no, there's the switch.
We'll let you on board. But Petrov was done hiring mosquitoes. Or maybe you're after something from the captain's collection.
I heard that this was the party ship, and as the party representative, I am here to party.
Oh God, the captain's gonna love you. Just what I need. 2 blowhards.
Oh, I've also brought Barrett with me.
Hello, excuse me. 3 blowhards.
I appreciate the narrative picking up from that. But yeah, it makes sense that not all of the artifacts are going to be just lodged in rock. Eventually, somebody else is going to be like, why do you have so many mannequins with spacesuits on? They're the same spacesuits in every one of your mannequins. Eventually, somebody's gonna find one of them. 0 days since LA inside. Los Angeles is always trying to sneak up on inside of you. There's no way to stop Los Angeles. Das Raumschiff, featuring the most mustachioed man in space.
Welcome to Petrov's Palace of Peculiarities, the pinnacle of perfect procurement, the penultimate panopticon of prosperity. Ha ha ha!
Okay, I clearly am nearby where I'm supposed to be, considering the voiceover. But... oh, okay. Ah, yes, that's where you keep your dinosaur skull thing. And see, they've got electronic, they've got a power pallet jack, they've got a big, like, storage unit they're moving with, and they've got wide spaces for it to move through. The thing is, though, like, this cable's gonna have to move if they expect to move this pallet jack anywhere around the station, because, well, for one, the pallet jack isn't really going to go over it. The power one, it might, if you push hard enough, but you might damage the cable in the process. Same goes with this gap over here. It might power over it. Like, if it was just a standard pallet jack, it would just get stuck. But the power one, like, you might just damage the floor more than you'll damage the pallet jack in the process. I'm tempted to steal that med pack.
Hey, you meet Vadik yet? The captain's right hand. I've never seen a man so exhausted.
Well, that sounds like a failure on your part, ma'am. Why, hello, Skowgard. I like what you're doing with your eyeshadow. It really brings out your eyes. Oh, I like how it's displayed as like a museum. Oh, is that Petrov? And look, the very first selfie light. And behind you, there is...
Pardon? Okay, hello.
Ancient Greek statues of some sort. No one knows their origins. Except that I suppose they're Greek. Can I steal this? Nah, I can't even steal the miso soup multi-pack.
A lot of shark smiles, you know.
I'm guessing that's Petrov. I'm surprised it actually has me wanting to talk to him, instead of trying to, like, figure out my way around him. But then again, I don't see the special piece that I'm trying to steal.
Got work to do.
Ah, Barrett. You need to work on your brakes.
You hear there's alien creatures on board the ship? Captain calls it a zoo.
I've heard of zoos before. You don't have to add extra emphasis.
No, people say he's mad, but I like Petrov. Runs a good ship.
All right, let's go talk to Petrov. I guess there's no way around it.
Talk to Petrov. is...
Ah, I wasn't aware we had the visitors. Waddick, you didn't tell me we had visitors.
We have visitors.
Bring me Brian.
Now that you've gone to all this trouble to get here, you should make yourself at home. Relax. Kick up your feet on the tables. I don't care they have scorch marks on them anyway.
Captain Petrov, I'm such a fan. I hear your collection is legendary.
Oh, flattery, huh? My favorite pastime, huh? Between you and me, I do have something very special in the vault. Ah, but my jealous heart knows no bounds. I want to keep it all to myself.
Petrov, it's me. I'm glad that like Barrett can just be standing right next to me, but I need to indicate just a small peek at your collection is all I need.
Tempting. I do love showing off. But my security team will have a heart attack. It would be against all those protocols that I admittedly told them to make.
6, okay. I get it, your collection is too small. Hardly worth seeing.
Now, no need to be insulting.
What's the good of a vast collection if you can't show it off?
Oh, you do have a point.
I mean, there's more video games beyond the camera.
What's a quick look going to hurt, huh? I know. People look at me and say, Petrov, your whole ship is a testament of splendor. Why do you need a special vault? Well,
Enjoy your
all I can
time
say is
on
that
board
even
the
the
Scout.
greatest collection needs its own private viewing area. Plus, between you and me, there are thieves everywhere.
Sons of
So I
bitches.
spared no expense. Every door between me and my treasures is painful, but that is the price of security, huh? Que sera? Just a bit further. This ship and I have been through some adventures, I'll tell you. I once collected salvage from a Deimos Celestial class while it was exploding. The crew was scraping scorch marks and bits of metal off the hull for weeks.
So you put your life at risk and the lives of your crew just for a little bit of salvage.
Steered us into a UC Navy vessel after a particular
Oh my gosh, shut up, Scout Bro.
celebration of my latest acquisitions of fine art. But we were wedged perfectly between their two thrusters and were able to just kind of push them back into the star yard for repairs. And now, the moment itself. Ah, beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
The man who sold me this told me that it spoke to him. That holding it for the first time was like drowning in your own soul. Alas, I've held it several times, and my soul is still breathing, devoid of any such enlightenment.
Yeah, you had to be the first person to touch it. Did he say he pulled it out of bedrock?
Why, yes, he did.
I'll pay for it. Name your price.
Oh, no. No. I can't. This one is mine. And it's only fair to warn you,
Hands off. I would hate to sour our new friendship by becoming the victim of piracy.
We're not pirates, Petrov. We're explorers.
Thank you, Barrett, for speaking up for the first
Might
time.
do a bit of piracy on the side as a hobby sometimes.
Report me for piracy if you want, but I need that artifact.
Then I suppose it's just a question whether my immeasurable love for my collection and my crew of hired cutthroats is enough to stop you. Go ahead. Make a move for the artifact. Let's see what happens.
Would it help if I said we needed it for scientific research?
Interesting how the subtitle didn't quite match.
Steal what is mine, and I will ensure that every security officer in the United Colonies knows you're nothing but a common pirate. Wait! I surrender! I surrender! Don't kill me!
Tell your crew to stand down and no one else gets hurt.
The captain's word is good.
Done! Stand down, everyone. Let the nice pirate pass.
Was that good enough? Also, why is it telling me I can go that way? Oh, hello. You acquired an old computer. And a piggy bank. Is this what you have in your private vault? That's just a... Oh, wait, hold on. Just a deep mining spacesuit. Why do you even have that in your vault? Alright, am I gonna have to circle my way around this whole ship? Or can I actually just fast travel out of here? You know, I was so hopeful. Also, I was surprised that I'm in a situation where I'm not having to fight every single guard on my way out. And I approve, because that would have been a pain in the ass. Ah, I'm breathing in the carbon dioxide. As it turns out, oxygen is good for you. Who would have thought that?
You're lucky the captain's a coward. If it were me, I'd say we'd go a few more rounds.
Yeah, he got shot like once and then in the face and gave up. But he doesn't seem like the fighter type. He seems like the... like he lets his guards do all the heavy lifting.
No matter how...
All right. I'd imagine you couldn't fast travel depending on your dialogue choices. All right. Oh my gosh, where is... Okay, there we go. Where's the plot? The plot is in this direction. That was relatively painless. And we got one more artifact for that. One more MacGuffin.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Be advised, you have been identified as a known criminal. Respond immediately, or we will be forced to open fire. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel.
Standing down.
Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
Do we have to deal with repercussions?
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble?
I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
I can hear you.
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
Also, during this, I cannot move the camera or at all.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
Who? This doesn't look like the local jail.
Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. Seems you had a bit of a reckless past. Always fancied yourself as a wild one, eh?
What are you even arresting me for, actually?
I also see that you've mined on Vectera. And now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs.
So no matter what, you get arrested for taking the artifact? That pretty much covers it.
Good. You'll find that I'm a stickler for details, and I'd hate to discover that your file is incomplete. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do?
Why don't you tell me?
UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. Well, they handle the big picture stuff. We deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet.
No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years. Trying to take them down.
Oh, is this an alternate series of missions unrelated to the main mission? I think that's what's going on right now. Like, that's why he's being so vague about what he's arresting you for. You want me to risk my neck and go undercover for you?
Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine.
Doesn't sound like I have much of a choice.
Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else?
Fine, I'm in.
Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go.
Ah, Barrett, you were just waiting outside the door. For reasons. Yeah, we might be stuck doing it. Also, why did the camera just kind of cut to Sarah sitting up?
Instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new role, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates.
Okay, do I have to listen to you talk?
Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around.
Hello.
Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I could.
Yes, I could be listening to you talk to me.
Well, since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
Oh yeah, I could hold my breath long enough to run from this end of the hallway to the other end of the hallway. Literally just made of oxygen, am I? Am I still following you? Have I stopped following you? Oh, I'm on the wrong mission. Okay. Yeah, I'm still following him.
All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Ah, we're getting just a little bit of interruption to our storyline.
Hey.
Officer, you don't need to be so petty.
Yes? What?
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
You're gonna need more than one ship to eliminate an entire fleet.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Get me in a room with them and I'll talk them into anything.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for
Isn't
the
that
Trade
pronounced
Authority of
Cersei?
Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Sounds simple enough.
You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Point the way and I'll get it done.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of
You
spiraling
can't
out
make
of
me a
control.
prisoner in your scheme and then... I can stay the course.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway,
It's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details.
This feels
of
like
the
a strange
evidence-gathering portion
interruption
of the operation.
to the storyline.
Now, get out of here, and good luck. Dismissed.
Ma'am?
Excuse me.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
I think I understand. So basically you want me to steal from thieves.
Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
If there's incriminating data out there, I'll find it.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right.
But as
That
long as it's
minor
not too
skirmish you had with them on
locked
that
up
Terra
a
was
computer.
nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
I'll bring you as much evidence as I can find.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
That's very generous.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Let me know if you need anything else.
Yeah, I probably will need to do this first, simply because... Oh, no. Now I've got the drugs on my ship. So, if I try to just sail back to New Atlantis, they'll scan my ship and they'll find contraband. I have no idea what the hell that was. All right. Let us go to Sidonia and see if we can get ourselves a meet and greet or deeper into the Crimson Fleet. Deal with one of the only named... Oh, hello. Named groups of spacers. I also should probably deposit the resources that I've picked up onto my ship eventually. I just keep forgetting that I have it. And I haven't really been spending that much time on my ship anyway. 430 hours without incident. Like, the amount of incidents that happen are so frequent that they have to measure it in hours as opposed to days. And be like, oh, it's been this many hours. It's good enough.
Don't come crying to me if anything happens to you.
Take your time and ask me if you need anything. Yo, hey, what's up? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me. Cool. That's what we...
All right, what do you have? Can I sell you anything? Anything at all? Actually, you've got a lot of credits. Nope, we're gonna keep the high school backpack just in case.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's see. Oh, you've got Beowulf. This does look nice. Do I have .43 ammo, though? Not really. I could use something that uses, yeah, like the 7.77 millimeter ammo is something I could use, like with the Beowulf fires. So I might grab that and replace my regular pistol with it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's grab the Beowulf. And then sell the Eon, which uses the same ammo, but it doesn't do half as much damage. And then let's see if he's got any med packs for sale. Buy all those. Ammo? Buy all that.
See you around.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Well, you see, I'm here to sell, but I'm looking for you.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me?
Take a look at this sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
Well, hang on there.
More of that?
We haven't even started to negotiate yet.
If you can't handle it, point me to someone who can.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Does this work?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Glad we could put things into perspective.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear.
Here? On this planet?
And, it's been a pleasure doing business with
you. Oh, you're welcome.
Players.
Not that way. Marshmallow treats.
People always ask me
I've been here before.
It rocks.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Saoirse Bowden said you could help me move some of this.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you.
Saoirse Bowden said you can move some of this.
Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
No problem.
Right down to business. And no small talk. I like it.
That wasn't part of our deal. But I bet you're about to say it's a non-negotiable addendum.
As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, I am. Non-negotiable addendum. I like that. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
I'll just pay his debt off right now so we can get down to business.
Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy.
I tried.
His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
It's a good thing you weren't standing inside those quarters, because then I would think, I'll just go look for him. Oh, so fast, so fast. Industrialize Mars. I think they've managed that. You know how he's miserable? Because he's the only one sitting on the floor?
The community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others, or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
Something I can help you with?
Yes. I'm here to collect the credits you owe to Adler Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
Adler is serious about this debt, so I suggest you pay quickly.
Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
I'll go back and tell Adler you said that.
Adler. Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
I don't think Adler is going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone.
But I can squeeze blood from a man.
Technically, there are several natural geologic phenomena that can stimulate the blood effect.
Well, we do need to do more persuasions. I'm tired of playing games.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Pay up. If not for you, do it for the sake of your family.
What? Oh my god. He might come after them? Because of me? I hadn't even thought of the possibility. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
I've got a minute.
All right.
Around here, people tend not to poke their noses at others.
Well, got that taken care of.
Can't wait to get shipped off to it.
Does this place have... Aren't we on Mars? Doesn't Mars have a higher gravity than Earth?
What's up?
Have something for me?
Yeah, it's all here.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
He got the message.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
If you think they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Wow, 7,300 credits. I spent more than that in one place on this station.
If you're going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean.
All right. Let's fly out there. I'm probably...
Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Aunt So. Big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Okay, I thought I was going to be landing somewhere. Okay, that's what I'm here for.
We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Ava isn't joking. I hope we aren't either.
Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.